We are at ASH meeting, and actually there was really interesting data in terms of safety and also efficacy for the long term. The good news is that in terms of safety, there was not long-term toxicity. We haven't seen any data regarding that point for both hemophilia A and B clinical trial. And we did have hepatotoxicity, which was present from the beginning of the clinical trial in about 40-50% of the population that have been treated. But the good news is that all controlled by the corticosteroid treatment. Now the new knowledge should be how we are going to treat this hepatotoxicity for immunosuppressive treatment. We have to treat them up front, or we have to continue a little bit longer, and it could be also a sign of the efficacy of the treatment that we are doing. So we did not have any major type of toxicity in terms of the short term that was not responding to corticosteroid treatment and the long-term toxicity. And again, I think the good news is that we do have few liver biopsy that has been done in some patients, and the results of that biopsy will show us a little bit about integration of eventually adeno-associated vectors in the future, but that data is not ready yet in this meeting, and I hope during the ISDH meeting of the next year we would have some data regarding that. In terms of efficacy, the good news is that the long-term stability of the expression for hemophilia B is remaining for almost 8 years, and even with a low-dose vector that has been shown by Dr. Natwani. And in terms of higher amount of the vector and a higher expression level, I would say for 2-3 years we have a very good expression for hemophilia A, and we have to see what is the level of integration and for how much the expression would remain after losing the episomal type of the transfection over there. So I would say this is more or less what we have seen. So the hope is soon, actually I hope in 6 months' time, we would have the first Factor VIII gene therapy approval, and that is BioMarin, which presented to EMA all the documents, and it would be presented to the FDA in 1 month time, and I hope in 6 month times we could have some new information about whether the first gene therapy product would be available for hemophilia A patient. And soon there would be 2 additional gene therapy clinical trial in phase 3 for hemophilia A, and for hemophilia B also there are large number of the company that are working on that. I would say all over the results are very good and very exciting, and there are few aspects, as I said, integration, hepatotoxicity. These are the important points that we need to work on it.